Hello and welcome to RV Repairs with Ron. Today we're going to be talking about the different refrigerators you might find in an RV. We're going to start with this one that we have on the screen here. This is going to be your standard household compression driven refrigerator. This one happens to be a double door on the top and a sliding drawer on the bottom. Now this is going to work strictly off 120 volts AC. So to get one of these to work, you're either going to need to be plugged into shore power, have your generator running, or you're going to be needing to running off an inverter. Your inverter is going to take your DC from your batteries, turn it into AC to power up certain equipment. This one, in this type of coach, what happens to be an Integra, this one is going to power the kitchen area, like your microwave, your refrigerator, and probably things like your electronics, your TVs, and stuff like that. Probably your main ones, but that would generally be limited to that. Most of your inverters are not going to invert whole units, but you do come across some of those. They'll invert certain circuits, and this one happens to be inverting a household refrigerator. Alright, the next type of refrigerator we're going to be talking about is what we see in most of your travel trailers, fifth wheels, Class C's, even a lot of Class A's. It's going to be your 12 volt compression driven refrigerator, and how this one is going to work is same concept as a 120 volt compression household refrigerator, except it uses 12 volt DC from the batteries. They do take quite a bit of amperage to run these over time, so it is recommended that you understand how these work and how much they're going to pull and everything like that when discussing them, to ensure that if you go on a camping trip and you don't want to run out of power to supply to the refrigerator to keep your food cold. So make sure that your batteries or have enough battery capacity to run it throughout the camping trip. Alright, and the last type of refrigerator we're going to talk about is an absorption. We've been using absorption for a long time, 60s, 70s, and beyond. We've kind of gotten away from them. You're not going to see them as often as you used to, but how absorption refrigerators work is rather than compression driven, they are going to have a ammonia solution that's in the back. That ammonia solution is going to be heated up, and you're going to have a basically absorption of heat and cold being withdrawn and pushed kind of into the unit. It's an exchange almost. And what it will be is those are going to be the heating sources of either gas or AC electrical. Now you can have a three-way refrigerator that has a DC electrical element also, but most of them are going to be two-way when it comes to the standard size. If you have a smaller one, say on like something like a pop-up or a mini trailer, that may be a three-way. Now a couple of things with these, they do require vents on the exterior to help with the process, and it requires a lower vent and an upper vent to have cool air go up through the bottom and circulate through the back of it and up through the roof, or a sidewall vent depending on where it's installed. If it's installed in a slide out, we'll have two sidewall vents. If it's installed like this one where it's not in a slide out, we'll have a roof vent and a sidewall vent, and that's how they will help with the cooling procedure. Now with these, they can struggle in the extreme heat, right, and humidity. So some of them will have fans to help with that ventilation. And if they are not installed properly in specs, they will also struggle with cooling your food down. It's even been heard that it will even if it's perfectly operating, it may struggle to keep certain foods cold, like some cheeses and ice creams, depending on fat content and stuff like that. So while they do work and have been used in the industry a long time, I do feel that compression-driven refrigerators are overall better, whether it's household or 12-volt DC. There's just things to think about with those when it comes to power usage, right? If it's a DC, you're going to be pulling straight from the batteries on a compression-driven, which can kill batteries very quickly. Or if it's a household refrigerator and you're using an inverter, again, you can kill batteries fairly quickly that way too if you're not recharging in a regular standardized kind of point. If there's any questions on this, feel free to reach out. I appreciate you joining me here at RV Repairs with Ron. Have a great day.